I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that. It's just a lot going on behind closed doors. That's only one case that we withdrew for right now. But it's a lot going on. You know how this industry works. These judges, these lawyers, these high celebrity people, they try to use all different types of tactics and call it what you want, bully tactics and different types of stuff to, you know, slow it down and just change the narrative. So it's like,
for years, whispers have haunted the music industry. Does JayZ have a hidden son? Tonight, Rymir Satterthwaite himself reveals secrets that could shake hip-hop's most powerful empire.
I don't know how he feeling. Like I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind. But you know, I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it and stuff like that. I really want to know. So my mom did tell me she went in there and filed a fraternity test, and it just basically I can say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't, what can I say? We didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So it was a big case to me because, you know, I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it. I really thought it was going to go different than what it was, but well, I really feel like it should have been over with because, you know, I feel like if it was anybody else, you know, like, I'm not saying this because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because, you know, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, you know, basically. I really try not to think about it, you know, I go on with my life because, you know, anything could happen, but, you know, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. You know, I still gotta work and bring in income for me. You know, I can't sit around. You know, I gotta get up off my feet and do something. You know, I can't wait on the world. Like I can't say, you know, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, you know, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out because, you know, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody.
Rymir claims his mother, Wanda, told him from childhood that JayZ was his real father. But repeated legal battles fell apart, buried under missing evidence and endless delays. For Rymir, this fight was never about money. It was about identity, truth, and health.
You don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, you know, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down. Like, you know, people are just so quick to judge a person that's a low, I won't say low income, but somebody that doesn't have it, and somebody that does, they always think, you know, you coming after that person's money, or they never look at the full story and things like that. It was rough, you know, living in Philadelphia. You know, it was a hard city. Like, you know, it started to get wilder as the years went on. Like, you know.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were almost killed?
I have been. I wouldn't say the crossfire was for me, but it was people, like it was.
Growing up in Philadelphia, survival often meant dodging bullets as much as questions about his father. But Rymir insists, even embarrassment is bearable. Silence is not.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that JayZ your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair. I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it JayZ, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young, and, you know, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. She continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years, even till I was grown. He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life. And
look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, listen, if you look at his career,
This guy. Wow. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
No, he has like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
At the same time, he got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him like fucking things to cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no
marriage.
longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
50 Cent, never one to hold back, has long fueled conversations about JayZ's image, family man, mogul, and untouchable icon. But he's also raised questions about what power and proximity can conceal.
That's crazy. He just looking at his watch during the whole Rock Nation prayer. Like, is it 3:30?
Yeah, it's almost time to get out.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
Oh, wow. So that's the deal he signed, huh?
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't count as much as that one did.
Oh, yeah, before I forget this, we talked about Jay. Proximity to Diddy. You don't think he knew anything? He's seemingly around Diddy a lot.
No, that was a real suburb question.
I know, right?
Proximity.
And the proximity.
Proximity. That's the SAT hit parade word. I had to learn that.
Jim, do you think he fucking knew all of the shit that was going on? Then I was like a...
I don't want to incriminate myself.
I know, but the way he said it,
Like I said,
no matter how you answer that shit, you snitching.
That was a narc kind of question.
You asked the question like a fan.
hey, I grew up with white people, but one thing I know is how to get a black guy in trouble.
But it's a great question.
Yo, just give him the Happy Meal before you ask him to snitch, bro.
He said, damn, they wasn't even drinking.
Speaking of, how the hell you pronounce Lechem?
Lechemindewa.
Okay.
It's the King's Path.
King's Path.
Because I know Branson.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the one I pronounce.
Branson. That's the Branson lifestyle. You know, be outside.
Biff, you're not worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
Like,
I took.
not that it's real
no,
enough, but-
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened.
You want to know what else was going on during Diddy's trial that I was really focused on that nobody else was focused on? Demore Hadley,
Oh, yes.
daughter of Desiree Perez. See, I went to the courthouse. I saw exactly what it was hitting for. I knew it was all. I knew they was the whole goddamn thing up, and I knew they had everybody wagging the dog and working media. I watched that little black girl that works for TMZ going back and forth to people like Armand Wiggins and all of the other content creators that were there. Now, a lot more got there after I left. Oh my God. I guess after I got there and I sat there with the press corps and said everything that I needed to say before we found out that they would not be using testimony from Al B. Shore and Natanya Rubin and a couple other key witnesses that probably should have been able to speak and give character witness representation of exactly how dangerous a monster this person is. But they were excluded because they did media before the trial. Isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient? Interesting. So yeah, watching TMZ work this thing, watching all of the YouTubers work this thing, all of those, like most of the commotion that y'all saw happen there, it was all staged, it was all orchestrated. They did the same thing, they tried it with me on my first day there. When I was there and everyone saw me and I was on the news and all of that, TMZ sent that little weirdo to come try to ambush me during my interview with international press. Sure did. See, first he walked up while I was interviewing with other people, trying to insert his way in, trying to talk to me. And, you know, he was shut down by my management and by my security. No, she's busy. She's in the middle of another. And he sat there. And then he waited to reintroduce himself when I was talking to someone else. And then I did speak to him for a second and I gave him his little couple minutes and pieced him. And we good. Now, of course, he didn't appear until after I refused to talk to TMZ twice. They wanted a soundbite from me so bad, and I told them to go f*** off. If I wanted a remix, I'd go to a real producer. Because I had no doubt that whatever I told them, they would find some way to remix. And I said that to all of their faces. Wasn't nobody playing with Harvey Leviathan and his merry band of liars. Isn't that interesting? It's so funny. Everybody talks about, oh, she just clout chasing. Then why didn't I go and give me a moment?
Jaguar Wright, known for her controversial outbursts, accused the industry of silencing witnesses and manipulating coverage, painting a picture of power used to bury uncomfortable truths.
And set up queens in, and set up kings in. And then they had to find new people. Isn't that interesting?
You know, and Jag, you spoke on, you know, the love child, Rymir, JayZ, you know, he's come out and said, like, you know, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing is just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful. I mean,
to a man that chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees. Is like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be your Irish twin. Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that I have listened to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Crokin. I was there, I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor when she got pregnant with Rhymir.
50 Cent did an interview recently, and he thinks that a lot of JayZ's success was because he was married to Beyonce.
I don't think that's true.
No?
No. Because before he was married to Beyonce, he was popping already.
That's true, but he got more popping with Beyonce.
But I can see why 50 Cent would say that. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand 50 Cent saying that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, JayZ, even if he might steal your songs, he might do all that, but JayZ is a rapping ass person. Like, I mean, and he got drive. And he's smart. You know what I mean? So like he's gonna bust a move out. I think it helped both of them being together. I think it helped both of them. It made both of them. You know what I mean? So like 50 Cent supposed to say that though. Like, I mean,
well, yeah, I mean, 50 Cent, he kind of started his career dissing JayZ.
Yeah, I remember. I was in New York when that song first came out. I was in New York and that shit came out. I was like, damn, who the fuck is this? I said, he got he dissed. I was like, he dissed him? Or was it Fat Joe? It was Big Pun, I think. Was it Big Pun?
No, I mean, How to Rob dissed everybody.
Yeah, that's it. But I remember one person he dissed, like, I think it was Big Pun or Fat Joe. Somebody, I'm like, dang,
It was Big Pun. He said, Rob Pun without a gun. Grab his piece and run.
Yeah,
You're weighing 400 pounds. They gonna catch me, son.
Yeah. That shit was catchy to come on like that. But 50 Cent got one song that he got that's like one of my favorite all-time songs, called Many Men. That Many Men song, that shit like that. I played Many Men so much, my son was too little to really be able to talk, but he knew how to sing Many Men song. That's how much I played it. He knew every word to Many Men. And Akon, I'm locked up before he could even really could talk. You know what I mean?
Well, you got offered to be on Piers Morgan's show.
Yeah.
When they were talking about Diddy, but you actually turned him down.
I turned him down.
You know, and I've done Piers Morgan, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times now.
I just feel like I didn't want to go in there talking about Diddy because I don't know Diddy personally, and I was like, man. But that's my first. I just did what the first thing came to my mind. Like, no, I don't even know Diddy. What I'm gonna say? Like, you know what I mean? So, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
but the fact that they even knew me, I'm like, y'all know me on the show.
They probably watch. Well, they watch Vlad TV, so they probably see you on my show. So you know.
I mean,
that's probably how it happens. A lot of people on my show.
But did you see? I think the girl like Tasha K. She got a joint JayZ son on there.
Oh, his alleged son?
No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, JayZ offered him money. At first he offered him bread, like and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker didn't like approve of it. She said no. JayZ got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on. Yeah, the lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but young boy's so thorough though. He just want a dad. He not trying to get no money. He not trying to do none of that. I mean, that's why. So I told him when he called me 2 years ago. I said, listen, I don't want to be the one to tell your story because they're gonna think I'm trying to catch rep off of it. So let me let you tell your story somewhere else first. I mean, then I can talk about it. But he called me like 2 years ago, telling me like, I said, oh, young boy. He's like, I just want a dad. I don't want no money. I'm already 18. I think he was like 20 something at the time. I mean, but something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go like call his man like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said he told the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh,
and pulled off.
For Voices from the Streets, the case is simple. If JayZ truly had nothing to hide, why not take the test? The silence, they argue, speaks louder than denial. Court filings suggest JayZ's attorneys have fought every attempt for discovery. Withdrawals, refilings, and alleged bullying tactics turned the courtroom into a chessboard, with billions on one side and persistence on the other.
Hey, we got to step back and play chess, not checkers, so we sitting back and we just observing everything right now. I just ask y'all to keep the support. Keep the support. I have not gotten any DNA tests. I have not gotten any settlement, anything like that. I wouldn't just take it. I would let y'all know, honestly, even if it wasn't y'all business. You know, you guys been here for me all these years, supporting me. I wouldn't dare just run away with no money or nothing like that. So, no, that's not what it is. But as I said before, y'all, just keep your eyes open. This is bigger than me. This was never just about me. I'm trying to change things for the world, honestly, for the future. We need this to be changed. We don't need to continue to go in these courtrooms and don't get fair due process, and everybody don't get discoveries, and you just get treated unfairly. So it's just like, I'm standing on business, and I will continue to fight. So please don't think just because y'all seen that withdrawal is over. It's not over, y'all. Continue to fight with me. Continue to support me. I will support y'all. I love all y'all. And let's just keep moving forward. Let's just do that. That's all we can do, right?
Tia Kemp reacts to JayZ being ordered to respond to a paternity lawsuit.
Young T, do you think that's JayZ's son requesting a DNA test? That boy look just like him. I don't know. But hey, they said we got a twin somewhere in the world. We don't know. Did his mama ever have relations with JayZ? That's all I need to know. Did his mama ever have a relation with Jigger, the digger?
Even in hip-hop's extended circle, the resemblance is hard to ignore. And in the court of public opinion, speculation spreads faster than filings. For JayZ, this is more than a paternity case. His empire, Rock Nation, business ventures, legacy as a father, all rest on a carefully protected image. For Rymir, it is the fight of a lifetime.
Hey, JayZ, give me your money, or I'm coming at the JayZ for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. I work for everything. Next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. You know, so many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search. You know, go search, and if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as the other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate JayZ. It was never that type thing. I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me, my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, slander my name like you want JayZ money, and I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. Like, I'm going to continue to fight.
Listen to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Crokin. I was there, I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor when she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines.
Two men, one fight for truth, one fight for silence. Until a DNA test is taken, the world may never know. But every interview, every plea, every allegation keeps this storm alive.
Try not to complain at all, but what I'm saying is I really appreciate all y'all love and support, and it's not over.
Do you believe JayZ is hiding a family secret? Comment below.